Hello, it's Karen here. Thank you for joining me. Today I thought we would paint some loose florals, kind of incorporating everything that we've already done. Today I'm going to be using watercolour paper, watercolour paints, my size for Sumi brush, Japanese watercolour brush, and my size for Daler Rowney round brush. Now, first of all, I'm just going to lightly go in and just lightly splatter. Oh, sorry, can you hear that crow? Noisy thing. And we're working on two little watercolours today, so we can move along quite swiftly. Now I've just mixed up a puddle of, it's a lovely sort of soft, well, it's rose madder and a little bit of purple actually, so it's kind of a lovely soft mauve lilac colour. Now to that I'm just going to pop in a little bit of blue. Okay, and that's cerulean blue. Now I'm just going to get some paper, a piece of my paper towel, just dab off the excess water off my brush, and I'm just going to move the paint just round into lovely petal shapes, nice and loose and soft. On this occasion we're going to be thinking about where we want our flowers to go. Now I'm going to be using groups of 3. Now you don't have to be absolutely precise, as you know, in our splatters we're not. It's nice and loose and it just frees us up a little bit. Now going over to this side and just picking up those splatters, and if you don't want to pick up the splatters, no worries, you don't have to do that. Okay, we just want some lovely loose petal shapes. Okay, and I think we just, this is really nice and light and soft, and as you recall we work from light to dark in watercolour, so that'll be lovely. Now I'm just going to pick up these little blue splatters, as it's kind of lending itself to these soft little lovely little flowers that are just nestling in there. Okay, and we can do some, the painting kind of reveals itself to us really, which is, I think, is a really nice way to work. I'm just going to use the tip of my brush, and I'm going to go into a little bit of purple and just a touch of rose madder, a little bit more water, slightly creamier consistency of paint, and I'm just going to drop that if your paper's already drying, just put a little bit of water on your brush and just let it, we just want it to slightly bleed round just to soften up that area. Looks like my paint on this side is already dried, so I'm just going to go in with a little bit of the creamier consistency of paint. Just give it kind of like a central piece to our flower. Excuse me. Okay, now at this stage, if you want to put some leaves in, let's do that. Now, swapping over to my size 4 watercolour brush, I've just activated some puddle of green paint. It's kind of more leaning to olive green, and I'm just going to anchor those little flowers down. Okay. Now I think it'd be nice to maybe put a leaf in here, so we just press our brush down and flick up. Now you can make your leaves as large or as small as you want. I just want these to kind of radiate out from our flowers. I'm just feathering out on the edge of these leaves because I think it will give a nice soft appearance. Now don't forget, we can always go over these leaves with something else, so just and it's literally just getting your brush and just making your mark and then just swooping round, and then don't fill in all the whole of the leaf because white space is our friend, and that will help soften. Okay, and we're just going to pop another little loose one in there. Now, as you know, I like to go right up to the edge of my watercolour paper, so it goes off the page. Now with these, you don't have to be as blousy as I've been with the others. You can just be as soft and as light as you want. It's totally up to you. Now, I don't know whether the cameras can pick this up, but that started to bleed, and I quite like that, so I'm not going to mess about with that. That's quite good. Right, okay, we're going to go back to our main painting again, to this one, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to load up some purple, and I'm just going to touch just a bit of that lighter puddle of paint just to introduce it again, and I'm just going to just splatter on there again. Okay, now this time using my size 4, I'm just going to make these. These are more of a deliberate shape petal now. I don't know whether the camera can pick it up, but now you can use 4 petals if you want, or you can use 5. It's totally up to you. Okay, we're going over what we've already done. That's absolutely fine. We'll pick up that one as well. And we just, okay. Now we're going to go back in here and we're just going to splatter again. Just put a little bit more purple in there, and we're just going to make these flowery shapes. Okay, we're just gonna, I'm going in straight into the pan and just dropping in there, just to let that just bleed round, so it gives us a lovely diffused, and it kind of pulls everything together. I don't know whether my paint, yeah, give it a go. Yeah, that's okay. And we're going to do the same with this one. Straight into the pan, pure colour straight out of the palette, and we're just going to. Now you can make your centre of your flowers as just rinsing my brush off there, and just, I'm just going to drag that up a little bit just to darken off that, and maybe just pinch a bit of that just to extend our flower petal a bit more. Okay, we're just going to pinch a bit of that colour there, and just move it around. Now we're beginning to start to introduce where we're more focused on where we're placing our paint and making decisions now, instead of it being totally intuitive and just reacting. That was a huge glob of pigment there, so okay. And if you feel that that's running too much, just take your paper towel and just catch it and just mop it up. Okay. Right, and I've just got a big splotch there. I'm just going to take that out as well. So I think what we'll do is we'll put a little bit more blue on this side, and we're just going to localize the splatters here, and we're literally just going to, now because I want the painting, the flowers to look like they're coming down, I'm putting the petal shapes downwards. instead of going up. And that would suggest that they're going up. Now, I'm not worried about that little bit there. I'm just going to pick that up and put him in with the others. And now this one is looking up, so just need a little bit more water because I just want to move that paint around. And we're just making flower shapes, bloom shapes, okay? So I'm just going to now just anchor those in. Now, I'm not worried if the green runs up into the blue, absolutely fine. And then just down here. Just using the tip of our brush. And we're just catching those blooms. Okay. Now we're just going to go over to this one. And now, as you can see, you'll probably say, oh, I like that one better, or I like this one. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going into some a puddle of burnt sienna, and I'm just going to be mindful and just drop some of those of the burnt sienna in, and maybe just a smidge of lemon yellow. And with my size 4 graduate, just using the very tip, I'm just going to make some petal shapes. Now, as you can see, the burnt sienna and the lemon yellow gives quite a nice, they work nicely together, so that's pretty good. Again, if you want to leave some white space, absolutely, that can help it. I'm just going to drop a little bit of burnt sienna in there. Okay, going back into my lemon, I want to say lemon yellow, and we're just offering that in. Let's do a little one in there. Okay, and again just a little bit of lemon yellow. If you've over splattered, just get your tissue, your paper towel, and just move it along. Okay. If you want to put a little bit of orange in there, absolutely, just catch that in. I'm going to go back in with my size 4 Japanese watercolour brush, and I'm just going to put some lovely leaves in there, just to as you can see with the darker colour paint, it just livens the painting up a little bit more for us. So you can put as many leaves as you want in your painting. I think it is nice to start overlapping. It gives us, because the watercolour paper is translucent, it gives us a really nice, feel. As I said, you can go on as much as you'd like, really. I'm just going to go in and just liven these little blue flowers up just at the bottom of the bloom, just to let them stand out a little bit more. Okay. If you want to use a stronger colour, absolutely. It's totally up to you. If you want to just offer a little bit more in to your leaves, your petals, to make them more defined, yeah, you can do that too. You can start building your painting up to as much as you want to go, really. It's up to you. I'm just going to put some leaves in here because it's looking a little bit bare in there. And that was a bit strong. Okay. Just go back into our cerulean blue and just pop these up a little bit. If you want to just pop in a few of these lovely jewel-like little blue flowers, you can, and just pop those in. This is where it's important now that you start making decisions of where you would like things to go. If you see a gap and you think, oh, I'd quite like to put maybe, you know, a little flower in there, absolutely. Or you might like to put a leaf in there, absolutely, you can do that. Just going to go back in and just anchor these little flowers that we've blooms that we've done, just so we know where they've come from. And if you just want to put a little, got that noisy crow back again, and now our flower here is looking a little bit, I don't know, he's just not looking as strong as the others. Now it's a bit dark, so I'm just going to take that out. and maybe introduce okay, just rub your brush along just to define your petals a little bit more. If you think they've lost their shape or what have you, then you can do that. Just going to go into lemon yellow. First of all, I'm just going to drop a little bit of water in there with some very light lemon yellow. And I think what we'll do is we'll just put a smidge of just a little bit of red in there, just to make that, just to pop that a little bit. Okay, just to draw our eye in. Now you can call that done if you'd like, or if you'd like to put some maybe I don't know, some little nice little soft, you can do that. And then what I think we'll do is we'll just do a little bit of splattering just there. Now I'm in the throes of fiddling now, so, and you know what I say when I'm gonna fiddle, I just I splatter. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get my green and I'm just gonna splatter, because it stops me fiddling. And there we have it, two very soft loose watercolour florals. Hope you give it a go, and see you soon. Bye.